Hey everyone! So yeah, I'm back. Again, I'm really sorry for not doing videos a lot more regularly. I've been so busy since I last did a video. I mean, I went on my elective placement, which is what this video is about. And then I had like a hectic summer because my parents are moving house and everything, so I was helping them with the move, and I've just been so busy, and now I'm back at university, final year of nursing, which in itself is stressful. Just saying that, it gives me stress. But yeah, excited it's the final year because, as I said, second year is the worst year I find because you're not new to it, but the end just seems so far away. It's unbelievable. So it's nice that now I'm in my final year, there is an end. I see an end, and that end is July. And asked about my elective placement. So I'm not sure if all universities do this for nursing. I'm really not sure. But what my university offers, and I know if some others do because I've met people that are doing them from other unis, is that end of second year, so when you're doing your summer placement, so from May to end of July, in your second year, they allow you to do an elective placement, and what that means is that you get to pick a placement of your choice. Could be anything, literally any field. Well, it has to be in your branch. So if you're doing child nursing, it has to be on a child ward, and if you're doing adult, it has to be an adult ward, and mental health, etc. But within your branch, you can do anything from general medical to theatres to surgery to oncology, cardiology, long-term vent, anything, rehab, like even if you want to do like community nursing or clinics or yeah, like anything in the world. So some people choose it on what ward they want. So if they really want to do oncology, they'll find an oncology ward that will take them, or some people do it on hospital, so they'll choose a hospital and then just see where they are happy for you to be placed in there. So there's loads of ways to go around it, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to go abroad, and this is possible. A lot of students do it. I mean, in my cohort, very few people stayed in the UK from child nursing. Loads of people went to Tanzania, some people went to Nepal, Sri Lanka, Brazil, even Ireland. Yeah, you could literally go anywhere you want. I wanted to go abroad, and my two choices that I wanted to go to were either the United States or Australia. They were my two, purely because one day maybe I want to live in either of those countries. So I thought, good to get some work experience in those countries, see what it's like, because if you go on holiday somewhere, it's always fun, isn't it? Let's be honest, you don't go on holiday and hate it. So, you might go to the States and be like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Oh, I love the US, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, it's amazing. But when you're working somewhere and you've got all those everyday activities, like, let's be honest, on a normal day, you don't get up and go by a pool and have an amazing time and go out at night every night and all that stuff. So I wanted to go to those places purely because I would see how it would be like to live there, because it's for 2 months, 8 weeks, so you do get a good feel of if you like their lifestyle. So I first spoke to America. I don't know why I chose America first, I just did. And I called a few states. Like I called New York, I called Boston, and I called Miami. All three said the same thing to me. No, we do not take international students because you can't get a high enough insurance to cover you. So that kind of blew the States out. They said that when I'm a trained nurse, they love English trained because they love the NHS system. So that's cool, that's good to know. But in terms of being a student out there, it's impossible. I mean, if you find somewhere, then like hats off to you, because I tried. I really, really tried to like work around them and everything, and they said it's so hard to do. And yeah, so that blew it out. And so I tried Australia. And that was hard as well, because a lot of their states don't take international anymore. This is like a new thing for them. So the only person that said yes was Melbourne, which was really, really cool. I was really excited for that because that was one of my main. Sydney and Melbourne were the two places I kind of really wanted to go to. I would have gone somewhere else, but those were two main places that I wanted to go to. And then Melbourne came back to me, emailed me and said, yeah, this law that with Sydney, like, I couldn't go to because of this new system that came in that they don't take international students. They said, oh, this might be coming into practice here, so that would be before your time. Because I started to plan my elective a year, literally 1 year before I was doing it. So the May of my first year, I was looking into it because I knew it would be tough. I knew that I really needed to get someone sorted. I knew that I needed to know kind of how much to save money-wise in that year, and also because it can be competitive. Some places are competitive to get a place, so I was like, a year before, go for it. So when it came to so I first called them in May. They said, yeah, brilliant, cool, yeah, you can come. When it came to August, they sent this email saying, oh, we're not sure, this new system might be coming into play. So I was like, brilliant. So they said, well, within a month we will know if it is or not. So I had to wait a month, which was the worst month of my life. I planned as a backup to go to Tanzania. I was really excited because it was with Work the World, and they go to places like Nepal, Tanzania, Brazil, I think Peru might be one. It's basically for medics and nurses and all that to travel and do work abroad. So that was my backup. I'd booked that, whatever. And then so the month ended and they said, yeah, no, it's not coming into practice, come along. So that was really cool. Another girl from my university came as well, and they only had 2 places for international students. 2. So luckily we did it that early, because after us they said they had more than 20 people applying and they had to say no because the 2 places had already been filled. So advice, try early. Early. That is the best thing you could ever do, because if you don't, you might miss out on an opportunity and you don't want that. Try other places again, like Sydney. It might change again, I don't know, because I did a lot of research online. I didn't find anywhere about this new thing that Sydney were talking about. So just try them. Worst you're going to get is a no at the end of the day. So just ring, to be honest. Yeah, so the year went by quickly, and then all of a sudden I had to get visas to work in Australia, because I had to get a visa that was specifically for like medics and nurses that wanted to go to Australia to do a placement out there. So I had to do a medical check, so you have to pay for that, have to pay for your visa. Then you've got to get your flights out there, and then you've got to find your accommodation while you're out there. So very stressful, but exciting at the same time. So I ended up working in the Melbourne Children's Hospital, and I was on the surgical unit on there. I didn't ask to be put on any specific ward, purely because I'd only done general medical up until that point. So I said I'd go anywhere as long as it wasn't a general medical ward, please. So I think they liked that as well, because I wasn't being too specific, and because they have their own students, so I was bunged in with them as well. There was so you can't really be that picky, because they do have their own students to look after at the end of the day as well, and I'm lucky enough that they've offered me that place. So yeah, they put me on a surgical ward and I absolutely loved it. What I love is that when they first gave me that as the ward, in my head I was a bit like, oh, no, because I'm not really into surgical stuff. Like, I wasn't really that interested. It didn't appeal to me whatsoever, but I was like, well, it's going to be a good experience anyway because it's a new country, so blah, 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 I'll just go along with it. But when I was there, wow, it's Amazing. It's so good out there. As a nursing student, I have grown so much just from doing that placement. They treated me like a staff nurse. In terms of their students, we are so far ahead purely because they don't do branch specific. They are just general nursing trained. And they get to do one placement of a different branch if they so wish. So the child. So they had no idea, their students had no idea what they were doing in terms of children, whereas I had already got basically 2 years of knowledge behind me. So yeah, they let me do everything. They let me do IVs, like set them up in terms of drug calculations and drawing it up and everything. They let me administer it. Obviously, I wasn't on my own. They had to follow me and check it and look over me all the time. But that's such a difference to the UK, because in the UK you're not allowed to set up IVs on your own. You're not even allowed to do it. You just have to stand and watch your mentor do it. And that's that. So that was really good because I've got practice now in how to set it all up and all that. Sorry, I'm fiddling with my hair a lot. It's really annoying me as well. Sorry. But yeah, so I learned a hell of a lot. I actually love surgery. It's good. I wouldn't say I'd go into a job in it. I wouldn't look, let's put it that way, I wouldn't look for a job in surgical. I would do a job there because I did love it, but I don't think it would be my first choice. Yeah, so yeah, they're so relaxed out there. Australia is such a relaxed country. My goodness. They're allowed to wear jewellery, so this ring on my necklace I would be allowed to wear. You're allowed nail varnish as long as it's not chipped. Yeah, which I found weird. I didn't do any of that purely because I felt a bit weird. Because it's drilled into me in the UK that you're not allowed jewellery, you're not allowed nail varnish. So I didn't go along with that, but you know, that's how relaxed they are out there. Yeah, it was a brilliant experience. I would recommend, if you do get to do an elective, try and go abroad because it's one of the best experiences of your life. I mean, I've met so many people in Australia that I still talk to, and I absolutely love it out there. I would definitely move there one day, I think, but I think it would be when I'm quite a bit older, purely because I love to travel. Australia, I know it sounds dumb, it is far away, but when you're there, you feel so isolated. It's unbelievable how much you feel. You get like island fever on there. I mean, America's 15 hours. Their closest place for holiday is Bali or Fiji, and they're like 4 or 5 hours away. So it's not like us in the UK where you can just casually go on a little holiday to Spain because it's only like 1.5 to 2 hours away. Or I think I want to stay kind of closer to the world so I can travel and it won't be as expensive, because obviously the longer the flight, the more expensive it is. So from Australia, you can imagine travelling is expensive. Definitely recommend you to go abroad because it's amazing. So yeah, if you have any other further questions about that, please just message me and I will try to help you in terms of finding visas or whatever. Also, if you have any other video requests, please just let me know, either by writing a comment down below or sending me a message. I hope this was useful in some sort of way. I'm sorry I ramble and my thoughts are a bit like, but I hope it helped in some way. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.